So the underlying energy is the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is the miser card. I'm not saying you guys are misers, but the whole point of this card is have a look at, I don't know if you guys can even see, this is the lighting, there we go. He's kind of holding on to those 4 coins for dear life. He's got 2 under his feet, he's got one held to his chest, one on his head. And the story behind this is that those 4 coins, they're of value to him. That's all he has. And he values them so much that he doesn't want to lose them, right? I mean, if you had gold coins like that, you wouldn't just leave them lying around. You'd make sure you took care of them as well. So that's what he's doing. He's taking care of his coins. But the whole point of it is that, he's holding on to them so tightly. He's never going to have more than those 4 coins if he doesn't do something with them. Like, he has to go and spend them. He has to go buy something with them or invest them in something. Yes, he'll keep those 4 coins safe, but unless he lets go of them, he'll never have more than that. He'll just be sat there holding 4 coins. Now, 4s are a very stable number. That's what's kind of good about them. But there's no progress, there's no movement when 4s show up. And we all have to go through periods like that. We can't just keep growing and growing and changing and changing. But as an underlying energy, this will bring up questions of, what are you kind of holding on to? This speaks of comfort zones to me. And usually it comes up when we're feeling vulnerable. So you might be facing something that's new, something that's challenging you, something that, is trying to get you to come out of your comfort zone, because we only grow when we come out of our comfort zone. And that's when we want to go back a little bit and hold back. So that's the good thing about this card. I always think that, if we're being challenged to come out of our comfort zone, then there's more opportunities, an opportunity for growth here. But, as an underlying energy, there is this kind of sense of, no, I want to hold on to this. I want to remain safe. And that's fair enough, but we'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out in the rest of your reading. So now we have the 4 of Pentacles there, and we have the 6 of Pentacles coming up at the heart of your reading. Now, the 6 of Pentacles is also a card of balance, very balanced energy, but this is different. Like, in that one, he's holding on to the coins. Here, he is giving those coins away. He's, it's about give and take. Now, this is called a charity card sometimes, and I don't really like that name for this, and I've said that before. The reason is, yes, he's giving away coins. So, it looks like he's performing an act of charity. He's giving away to those other 2 people that are on their knees in front of him. So it looks like he's doing them a favor, but they're also doing him a favor. They're giving him the opportunity to do something good, which he wouldn't have that. If they weren't there, he wouldn't be able to give away. He has excess, and, he can get that sense of that I'm helping someone from the fact that they take those coins from him. So it's giving and taking. There is a balance here. Both people give and receive equally. So what does that mean, though, when you go from the 4 of Pentacles as an underlying and then you have the 6 of Pentacles at the heart of your reading? Well, it is telling you, maybe it's not you. Maybe that it's a general reading, right? So the energies can play out both ways. They can either play out that these are your energies right now, or if there's someone really kind of integral, kind of central to your story right now, the energies could relate to them. So maybe it's not you. That 4 of Pentacles could indicate someone who's not opening up, who's not saying how they feel. Someone could literally be tight with money, like not giving their fair share of something. That kind of seems to change with the 6 of Pentacles. So if it's literally about money, because Pentacles can relate to, finances and investments, houses, like Pentacles are to do with the tangible things in our life, things that bring us stability, security, and support. There's been a thing of someone holding on and not giving their fair share. That seems to change with the 6 of Pentacles because there's balance here, give and take. On the other hand, if it's not to do with finances or, any of that practical side of things, this could be emotionally. I often see the 4 of Pentacles as someone who's not opening up. They're not really, and I know it's Pentacles, it's not cups or swords, you're not saying how they feel, not saying how they think. It's more, they could be holding back physically. This could be someone who's kind of removed themselves from the situation, and now they come back with the 6 of Pentacles. And I don't mean come back. I'm not talking about exes coming back. I always get worried whenever I say that. People start freaking out and thinking some evil ex is coming back. It's not that. Say you've had an argument with someone and they've kind of gone off to do their kind of alone time kind of thing. Or maybe you have. Now could be a time that shows that there's exchange. So, take that with... apply it as you do. Don't just think an ex is coming back. This does say to me, someone who's been holding back, and then with that 6 of Pentacles, that's the energy here. This is give and take now. That kind of whatever you've been giving, it's reciprocated. Now, on the other hand, this could be you that you're looking at this, that, you know, some of you may have been holding back. It happens, right? When we don't want to get involved in other people's situations, or we just need alone time, and you're now ready to come and speak to other people, to get some balance in your interactions with people. So whenever the Six of Pentacles shows up, it shows to me this kind of looking at our relationships, looking at how much we give in a relationship and how much we receive. And that is a Pisces thing. You guys do tend to like give a lot sometimes in relationships. And this might be now you figuring out like, how much do I receive back? Now, that may be because of the Ace of Swords that comes up in the past. And as I said, few of the other signs got this, but they kind of got it more in the present and the future, I think. Aces are all about the potential for new beginnings, and swords are about our thoughts, our beliefs, our ideas, and how we communicate them. So if we have the Ace of Swords, this could be a new way of thinking. This could be, sometimes I see it's a new philosophy, a new kind of thought process, something, we get clarity of mind. Why? Well, it's a victory card, and it shows victory through the truth, through clarity. So some truth might have been revealed to you, and that's kind of made you see things in a different way, think about things in a different way. If you've got that kind of sense, I mean, that's kind of what happens. Like when we're in a comfort zone, we don't realize we're in a comfort zone until something comes and challenges that comfort zone. Then it's kind of starts to pinch a little bit, like, do I leave this comfort zone? Do I want to stay here? That question only arises when something challenges it. And with that Ace of Swords there, it feels like you found out something, or there's been the kind of a new way of thinking, something that you've learned. And that's now making you question, like, you know, what do I want to hold on to? What makes me feel safe and what doesn't make me feel safe? There is kind of change in progress here, and that's kind of shown here very clearly by the Death card in your present. Oh gosh, here we go. There we go. With the Death card here, death is death of the old, birth of the new. As much as we talk about losing out on things, like, you know, that's what happens. We might lose people in our life. I don't mean to death. Like this is not literal death energy. We're talking about people leaving our lives, or situations, or, you know, losing a job or something like that. Like, I'm not predicting that, guys, so please don't be afraid. I've also actually found Death card is not that worrying to people these days. It's the Tower that people don't like to see in their readings, but death is actually a really good energy, because if we look at it, yes, we have this Pale Rider here, but I don't know if you can see it. The sun is rising here, and that's a new day is dawning. The reason those things leave our life, they don't serve us anymore. And it's to make room for more gifts, for new things to come into our life. Now, if you have the Death card there and you have the Four of Pentacles sat above it, this is like, no matter how much that could make it pinch more. If you're trying to hold on to something, there's a change that's coming in. And I always say this, the major arcana energies, those are energies that happen to us. Those are harder bullets to dodge. That's energy that we have to deal with. And it's always for our own good. It is for our good. It doesn't always feel like it. And we're human beings. We don't have to feel great about things. If it's difficult to go through, we don't like change usually. Even when we desire change, we really want change. It can be difficult to go through it because, you know, we are creatures of habit. We're used to the things that are around us. Better the devil you know, right? But it feels like there's been this kind of truth with the Ace of Swords. So some truth has been learned, or some new way of thinking has come about. And that's kind of pushing through this change. Like things can't remain the same now since you found this out. Now, again, this can be a relationship, this can be work, but whatever truth has been discovered, it's like it's caused this kind of chain reaction now. That change is coming in, and it's gradual change. It's a transitional card. So that change doesn't happen overnight. The Ace of Swords energy can be kind of quite immediate. Swords pretty fast, but death, it can be kind of slow. So we might slowly be changing. And maybe that's what's making us hold on to those pentacles, right? That's like, I'm not sure I'm ready for this change. I'm not sure I'm ready for to leave my comfort zone just yet. I think you'll be okay. I think you will with that Six of Pentacles there. And also because you have another major arcana card, you have the Empress coming up in the future. Now, the Empress, she can indicate, she's the mother, right? She's the mother of the tarot. She talks about giving birth. Doesn't always have to be to a child, but some of you may be dealing with, I'd say it's a pretty unexpected pregnancy, if that. Some of you could be dealing with that, but I always see this more as the birth of new ideas, creative ideas, or some abundance that you give birth to. Now, abundance can be anything. It could be spiritual abundance, financial abundance, even emotionally, emotional abundance, like just feeling that abundance within our emotions, our happiness, the joy that we feel. So even though you start off this period with that kind of sense of, oh no, I'm not sure if I want to let go of this, or you're dealing with someone like that, the Empress to me, there's an openness to her because she sits in that garden of abundance. Now, if you have the feeling of the Empress, and she knows that she can give birth to anything, she can create anything. That's why she's called the Master Manifester, because she can give whatever she wants, she can have it. She knows she can have it. Why would you hold on to those coins then? You wouldn't hold on to 4 pentacles if you know you can have 8 or you can have 16. If you know you can get more, you're not going to hold on to what you have. So I do feel that with that Empress coming up in the future, there is this kind of confidence. There is this just an openness. She's very receptive as well. It talks about conscious allowing. Even though it's not very clearly stated, I'd get that sense of like confidence coming in. And it's because of the change. Now, the card that comes up in the present, it's the main energy for this period. So, you know, that kind of energy of transitional change, that transformation that's taking place, that's not always the easiest, like I said. And that might be what's making you kind of hold on to stuff. We all want security, right? But it does lead to a great place with the Empress. There's going to be newness coming in, new things. So it's okay, take a minute. If you're feeling that fear, if you're just feeling shook up a little bit, don't forget, we don't just have the Empress. We have the 6 of Pentacles sat above it. And like I said before, the 6 of Pentacles, it's a card of balance. It's a card of giving and receiving. You'll have plenty. With these 2 coming up, you'll have plenty. It might be that there's something new. Like, for example, okay, let me try to give a few examples of how this energy could play out. Now, say with the Ace of Swords, you found out about something new, like a career path or some course or something that you want to do. You've kind of discovered some truth. You might have discovered some truth about the company that you work for, the job that you're doing, that's made you want to do something new. Now, you can't ignore that truth. So you're going through this kind of death card energy of like transformation and change. You're changing, your situation's changing. Your company might have literally changed. Like, you know, someone else might have taken over and you're not sure. This seems more like a reaction, like as much as that 4 of Pentacles is there. It feels more of a reaction to the change, that the change is what's causing the kind of discomfort here. Not so much the change itself. I think the change itself is going to play out really well. Now, the reason I say that is we have the 7 of Swords coming up as the advice card. So the 7 of Swords, it can be the liar, cheater, deception card. I'm not getting that from this, because we have the Ace of Swords coming up above it. That's the truth. With these 2 cards together there, that's the truth. I don't see that as, I don't see that. Like, the other energy for the 7 of Swords is like sneaky behavior. I think for some of you, whatever that truth is, that Ace of Swords truth, that's what's leading to the 7 of Swords energy. This can be when we don't want to face something. Think about it. This guy, he's sneaking onto this campsite to steal those swords at night. And that's risky. That's risky behavior. He could get caught. Anything could happen. So there is a sense that I don't know if I want to take the risk. All I can tell you, obviously, in your own situation, it's going to apply differently. So if it's for work, some of you might not want to risk losing that job. 4 of Pentacles. I get a salary no matter how crappy this job is now, no matter what my new truth is. I'm not sure I want to risk losing my job. Or in a relationship, I'm not sure I want to risk changing things up. That, you know, better to have this relationship than no relationship, or better to keep dating these kinds of people than... It's like the conflict between what your own truth is. But I do feel like with that Ace of Swords sat above the 7 of Swords, it just feels riskier than it is. You have too many cards of balance. You have that 6 of Pentacles and the Empress. The Empress, she can have whatever she wants. Now, at a very practical level, I don't usually do that. I usually stick to the energies. The Empress could be an older woman, a female energy, who can be very supportive, like a mother figure, or someone who's very nurturing. I often see her as like a hug, like, you know, she's very comforting. She's a very comforting energy, very nurturing energy. The other thing with the Empress is she's very attractive. She can attract people to her effortlessly. I don't just mean romantically. That can be in a work situation. So if you're looking for a new job, if you're looking for new job opportunity, then yeah, you could be found very attractive at this time. People that think, yes, this is the person that we want. So you could be getting offers. And they kind of feel right for you because you have the 6 of Pentacles there, right? And that's giving and receiving. So it'll be more balanced, and you'll get paid what you're worth. So if the Four of Pentacles could be a boss that's not been paying you enough, with that Six of Pentacles, that could be a pay rise. So the energies are going to play out differently. Like, have a look at them in your own situation. But it does feel like the main thing that kind of seems to throw you here is the change itself. So give yourself a moment, like, it's okay. You'll feel more settled. The Empress is home. She's a domestic situation. She represents home, and you'll be feeling more settled in a little while. You won't feel like that vulnerable kind of Four of Pentacles energy once you go through that. But it's that Seven of Swords. Be discerning. Like, which are your fears? And where are your fears coming from? Are they just unfounded fears? Because you know the truth already. You have the Ace of Swords in your past. Whatever the truth is in the situation, you already know it. So don't begin doubting now whether there are lies and stuff. I don't get that from this. I think it's more to do with, because it's unsettling, the change is unsettling. That's what's making you question things. But you already know the truth with the Ace of Swords there.